Hey guys, Dissection of Violence here. Until further notice, I don't have any control of the video. It's not letting me do anything recording wise, so like with the camera on, so we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. We're gonna get into the UFC fight card first, even though Bellator is on tomorrow first. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so we have a lot of cancellations, but we still have a good card, I'd say. How many fights do we have? 11 fights, not too bad. Let's start at the bottom. And Joshua Weems is very dangerous. He's facing Christian Rodriguez, who I believe has all the potential to be a big problem in the featherweight division. Could be a future champion. I don't know. He has potential. Make some mistakes and a little passive some areas, but I believe he's very good, and I believe he has good wrestling, good timing with his takedowns. Um, like when he does go for a takedowns, good striking. He's very well rounded. Christian Rodriguez is going to look to keep it on the feet in this fight. He's facing a very good grappler, I'd say. In his jiu-jitsu, I'd say is where his bread and butter lies. He has good wrestling too, but his jiu-jitsu is probably where does his best work. Joshua Weems. Weems can strike as well. But I'd say Christian Rodriguez has that advantage. Being a natural bantamweight, Joshua Weems is going up a weight class, and I don't see this paying off for him. I see a potential finish for Christian Rodriguez, but I wouldn't be surprised being Weems is tough and go to the decision, but we'll see. I think Christian Rodriguez is going to get it done here by either late second or third round TKO or decision. Christian Rodriguez is a beast. I don't see a submission in this fight. Moving on though, we have Cody Durden versus Carlos Mota. Now, Carlos Mota is a very good fighter, and I definitely would normally be picking him. And I actually, let me just go through Cody Durden's wins, because I might go the other way. See, he's beat pretty good guys on the regional scene. He took Chris Gutierrez to a draw. The thing is, when you lose to Jimmy Flick by triangle, Makayev by triangle, I don't know. This is a hard fight. Because, man, it just takes one from Carlos Mota and your night's over. Let me see the odds for this fight. Give me a second. Uh, Come on, load. Okay. Let's see. Wow, we got Cody Durden as the underdog. See, this is what I'm saying. Odds makers have been keeping an eye on Mota. Mota's a beast. He is a very good fighter. For that prediction, I'm gonna have to go with Mota, but it's not a confident prediction due to the wrestling and only being 3 rounds. But then again, Carlos Mota maybe can work harder too, but I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be either a decision win for Durden due to his wrestling, or Mota by TKO in the first round, or whatever part of the fight. He is a beast. He hits hard. Mota's a problem, man, and he is gonna be my prediction ever so slightly. Close fight though. Moving on, we have Chase Hooper versus Steve Garcia. Well, Steve Garcia definitely. I'd say he has um quite a glass chin, if I could say it. He doesn't take shots well. Hooper's starting to come into his own with his striking. I sense another TKO win for Chase Hooper. I think he won by T. Yeah, he did. I don't even need to look at it. He did. Chase Hooper. Oh, wait, did he win by TKO? Can't remember. Yeah, he did. I thought he did. But yeah, I think he wins this fight by TKO as well. Chase Hooper is probably one of my more confident predictions on the card. 10 times the grappler, and then I'd say he's just slightly better on the feet and has a better chin as well. So I feel like Chase Hooper's going to get the job done here. He gets better and better every fight. This is going to be a really good spot for him to win. I got Chase Hooper here. Moving on, we had Joseph Holmes versus Junyoung Park. Junyoung Park. I'm, I want to. I'm gonna say with Junyoung Park. A lot of people are trying to say Joseph Holmes is gonna win. He hasn't faced enough good people yet. His last win was against Arlen Armadowski, and he did absolutely amazing. But you're expected to when you fight Armadowski, who just got cut from the UFC. I feel like Joseph Holmes still very untested in green. He was scared of. I don't mean I could be wrong. It might be an injury or something I don't know about. But from what I saw, he was scared of. What's his name? Uh, Guy who's fighting Bo Nickel, Jamie Pickett. He was very scared against him. I know he's a very big guy, but I don't know. Joseph Holmes is just, I feel like, a little small, skinny for this division. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Joseph Holmes highlights reels, knocks out Park, and I'm just looking like the biggest idiot. But I just don't see that happening. Park's pretty tough, very smart as well. Really good grappling, good pressure. He doesn't stop coming at you, not like in a reckless way, but in a strategic way. I feel like John Young Park's gonna drown him. I don't know about submission, but he definitely maybe a unanimous decision win if he's gonna win. I'm gonna go with Jun Young Park here, edging this fight, at least winning 2 rounds, maybe three. Yeah, Jun Young Park's pretty safe prediction here, I'd say around 60, 70% confident. I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll go into that later. Jun Young Park's my prediction. Moving on, we have Andre Arlovski versus Marcos Rodrigo de Lima. Okay, this is going to be interesting. See, if Rodrigo plays it safe for no reason, because Arlovski cannot hurt you at this stage in his career, I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. If he can hurt you, then oh God, you shouldn't be in the UFC. Because this man, I mean, he can hurt normal people, sure, but like I just like in the lower tier of the UFC, but I don't see like he'll hurt the guys in the upper echelon. And given he has had some bad losses that made him look terrible, like his last loss, Lima, I don't know. I don't see Arlovski being able to deal with the power or being able to back up Rodrigo Lima. So for that reason, and Lima's grappling, I'm gonna have to go with Rodrigo Lima here. He probably trained with Arlovski. He probably knows Arlovski's movements. If he can't pick up on his movements from training with him so long, I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Rodrigo Lima here. I feel like he's gonna catch Arlovski and the career, unfortunately. Um, Maybe Arlovski retires after this. I don't know. 20 losses. Maybe he gets cut. I doubt it. He gets paid. He gets paid a lot, so he probably has a few more fights left on his contract. But yeah, I got Marcos Rodrigo de Lima here. Marcos hits like a truck, and I just don't think Andre at this stage of his career can take these big shots. Yeah, and he's not as stiff like Tanner Boser. When he came with Arlovski, he won't swing for the fences in a straight line. He's very good at cutting people off. I feel Rodrigo de Lima can mix in the grappling if he needs to, which will really make Andre Arlovski hesitate with his striking. And this is a really clear-cut win for Marcus if he can just play it smart. But yeah, UFC is a weird promotion where guys don't fight like they should. So I know that a lot of promotions are pretty much every promotion is like that, but this one especially at least as of late. But yeah, I got Marcos Rodriguez de Lima winning this fight by, let's go, first round TKO. Moving on though, we got Roman Dolidze versus Phil Hawes. Now, this is a hard fight to call because Roman Dolidze is feeling that good testosterone from being with Cheyenne Buys, in my opinion, the hottest girl on the roster. Being with her is probably really boosting that testosterone, getting that nice finish over Kyle Dawkins. He's had a lot of canceled fights, but the thing that I look at is taking Lorano Stavropoli, who's a natural welterweight, to a unanimous decision because he had to wrestle him. And he had to take John Allen to a split decision. I'm not saying he's bad, but I don't know. He lost to Trevin Giles. Uh, I'm not gonna weigh the last fight that he's just some new fighter. I feel like he's more aggressive, but I don't feel like it'll pay off well for him against a guy like Phil Hawes. Phil Hawes is an absolute beast. Phil Hawes has seen it all. Base of veterans, worked on his game very well. He trains with a lot of guys that's at Killcliff who just have this unrelating um, pressure and mental fortitude they all have. I think he's gonna get the job done. Um, Phil Haas is a problem. Um, I mean, he beat Kyle Dawkins in unanimous decision. I don't see the big deal in that. And he beat him up too. It wasn't like just like and he beat Nasruddin Imavov, a huge prospect, way more deadly on the feet than Roman Dolidze. Given it was shaky in that last third round, he still won. Knocked out a striker in Bestayev. Knocked out Malkoun, who's a grappler. Like you guys gotta stop sleeping on this guy. I'm gonna go with Darren Win. Darren Win. Um, Phil Haas, I think he's got this in the bag. Not in the bag, sorry, but I think he's got a good chance to win this fight. I'm going with Phil, no hype, Haas, and yeah, that's going to be my prediction for this fight. Moving on, we got probably my favorite fight of the card, Dustin Jacoby versus Khalil Rountree. Uh, so Khalil's probably the most vicious striker I've seen in the UFC. Like other than maybe Wanderlei Silva, but like there's been like he doesn't seem like a vicious guy, but when he strikes, man, it's with vicious like killing intent. Like he wants to take a limb off. Like I love watching him work. A lot of his wins have been pretty nasty to watch. Like beat down on what's his name, uh, Eric Anders. That was nasty to watch. But yeah, that recent or one of the recent ones, Modestus, that was disgusting. Beat and Carl Roberson, that was disgusting. But losing to guys like Marcin Prashnio should never happen. And losing to guys like Ion Kutalaba from Mount in the first round, given those are okay, last year and 2 years ago or 3 years ago. But in my opinion, I feel Dustin Jacoby can get this job done, given he could be chinned as well, but I just don't see it. He's on a roll right now. Just finished a really high touted fighter in Daun Young. Michael Oleksiejczuk, he just beat him. John Allen, uh, Darren Stewart, TKO. That was an easy win though. Kutsalaba, I mean, he beat Kutsalaba, but it was a split. Again, those are the only thing that worries me. Kutsalava, you should be able to run through easily if you're an upper echelon of the division, but he did what he did. He beat Maxim Grishin unanimously. So, I can't just sit here and say, okay, well, because he made it close with Eon. It should be close with Rountree. I think he should handle Rountree very easily. But Rountree's dangerous, and that's what worries me with him. So I'm going with Jacoby. I'm quite confident in Jacoby, but anything can happen with UFC, and especially with a dangerous guy like Khalil, you never know. But yeah, I got Dustin Jacoby to win that fight. I predict him to win by unanimous decision. It's gonna be a little bit of a tit for tat type scrap, but I feel Dustin will land them better at the exchanges. But yeah, moving on, we have Trayshawn Gore versus Josh Fremd. Now Josh Fremd, man, I feel bad for him taking on a fight with Anthony Hernandez on short notice. That guy, Anthony Hernandez, man, he is a problem. He has this cardio that just not a lot of people, very few people can keep up with. And Josh Fremd on short notice had to deal with this guy, and it was a hell on earth for this guy. He had to wrestle all night, and he did pretty good in some instances where he hurt Hernandez, but Josh is a beast. But I just feel he was way outmatched in the wrestling experience, everything. It was a rough fight for him, and on a full camp, maybe we could have saw a different fight. But Josh Fremd on a short notice against a guy like that, it's just not a good mix. Maybe now, you know what I mean. I'm not gonna get too much into that though. Let's get into his 3-2 opponent that should not be in the UFC. Trayshawn Gore. Gore, he has a 10% chance of winning this fight, and I gotta start getting into the percentages. But Trayshawn Gore, he has a puncher's chance. That's it. He really disappointed me. I thought he was a lot better than he was. Um, yeah, that was brutal. Losing to Cody Brundage like that. It's like how do you get finished by Cody Brundage on the feet? I'm not saying like I would do better, but man, that's so freaking bad. 3-2. I just think Josh has an easy win in front of him. That's all I gotta say. Um, Josh Fremd by first or second round TKO or submission, one of the two. I don't know. It's a weird fight, man. Let's just move on from it. Moving on, we got Jared Vanderaa versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. Now we already have plays on Acosta, so let's just get right into the prediction because we already know what it is. Acosta by TKO on the first or second round. I don't see Jared Vanderaa doing things very well. Like Guru says, he grapples with Olenek, but he'll strike with Sherman. He just has no concept of fight IQ. Um, Given the guy said he's going to make a career change, which worries me. Maybe he's going to turn into, I don't know, Jared Vanderaa 2 3.0. I don't know. He's made already a career resurgence. I just don't think he's going to do it again. And for that reason, I feel like he's going to strike with Acosta in the first round. It's going to cost him. Accost him. And he's going to get knocked out in the first round. But yeah, and he's going to get cut after. But yeah, Acosta, this is his free alley oop. Don't mess it up. I really don't want to speak about this fight too much. Moving on. Max Griffin, my man, versus Tim Means, the Dirty Bird. Legend versus legend. Max Griffin, man, he's a beast. He's the ear collector. He's something else. He is very, very dangerous on the feet. He hits like a truck. I just feel like Tim Means, he's just past his prime. Just kind of collecting those last few paychecks, looking for some fun fights on the way out. I just don't see this being a good night for him. I feel like Max Griffin's going to get a finish early, and yeah, first or second round TKO over Max Payne Griffin. Maybe he gets unanimous decision, but I really don't think it will go that far. This is a fight for Griffin, and I don't see how he loses this, other than being too hesitant or I don't know. Moving on to the main event of the evening, we have Calvin Kattar versus Arnold Allen. Now, I've been really torn on this fight. This is probably my closest fight of the night. It's about 50-50 to be honest. Calvin Kattar is a problem. Um, he always reinvents himself, looking better than they did the last fight, so I don't know what to expect. Arnold Allen, he's not undefeated, I think. Oh, that was in Cage Warriors. But in the UFC, he is. It's a weird fight, man. Just for the underdog, or let's see the odds for this fight. Yeah, they're pick'ems. I gotta go with Arnold Allen, man. I feel like commentators the gatekeeper of this division, and Arnold Allen's the perfect guy to break down the door. And I don't see him getting a finish, but I see him putting on a good performance. Maybe getting hurt in the later rounds, but I see him showing heart in this fight and winning a decisive decision. I'm pumped for this fight, though. Could go either way. Yeah, so that would be my least confident prediction if I can go in order. I don't really need to do a quick recap. You guys already heard my prediction. Screw it. We'll do it. Okay, let's go. So we got Christian Rodriguez by unanimous decision. We got Carlos Mota by first round TKO. We got Chase Hooper by second round TKO. We have Young Park by unanimous decision. We have Marcus Rodriguez de Lima by first round TKO. We have Phil Hawes by unanimous decision, split decision. We have Dustin Jacoby by unanimous decision, split decision. We have Josh Fremd by unanimous decision. We have Waldo Acosta, Waldo Cortez Acosta by first round TKO. We have Max Griffin by second round or first round TKO. And then we have Arnold Allen winning by unanimous decision. Now, if we can go least confident, I already said the least confident. If I can go second least confident, I would go. Probably Phil Hawes at 52%. Just because I don't know. And then I'd have to say Carlos Mota at 55% because he hasn't fought in the UFC yet. Don't know what to think. Um, then I'd have to go Dustin Jacoby at 60%. Like he should get this one done. Um, Young Park by 60%. I feel like you should get this one done. Um, Marcus Rodrigo de Lima at 65%. I feel like you should get this done. So like Christian Rodriguez, 65% is gonna get this one done. Um, Josh Fremd at 70% is gonna get this one done. And then Max Griffin at 75% is gonna get this one done. Um, I don't know if I did. Did I do Marcos Rodrigo de Lima? Yeah, I did, I think. It's like 65 to 70% if I didn't. But anyways, uh Costa 80%. Um and my most confident prediction would be Chase Hooper at 90% confidence. That's my lock of the card, Chase Hooper. It's gonna be a fun card. Um, like, subscribe, share to your friends, do your boy a favor. I'm sorry I can't get the video working for you guys, but I made the video a little longer. So, hope you enjoy. See ya.